Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC stock, GME stock, and SPY stock. This is your weekly update and prediction video for where I think we're headed into next trading week. So through Monday and Friday, I'm going to give you guys a prediction on do I think the weekly candle is going to be green or red. We do this every week, so check me out every weekend around the same time, Saturday or Sunday, to get your weekly update and prediction. This video is an absolute banger, guys. You want to watch it to the end, especially if you hold AMC. Watch the AMC segment. Watch the AMC segment and watch that to the end, guys. We have a lot going on for AMC and so much to talk about. Let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go.
Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC stock, GME stock, and SPY stock. This is going to be your weekly update and prediction on where we are headed for the rest of the week. This is going to be your weekly update prediction on where we're headed for the rest of the week. Basically, next week's trading week, Monday through Friday. When I say the rest of the week, I mean Monday through Friday. Next week's trading week coming up is going to be this week's prediction. So let's go ahead and hop in the charts and see what we have going on. So we did get correct AMC and we got correct GME. So last week I gave 3 predictions as always on AMC, GME, and SPY. I give a weekly candle prediction. Basically what this means is what the weekly candle will be. Will it be red or green? Will it be a green week or will it be a red week? Which is very, very important because that's an overall large move over several days of time. So you guys can see that we got AMC right and we got GME right. SPY was tracking until the move on Friday. So we were trending up all the way until Friday. And I did say this in last week's video. I specifically said, hey, it's probably going to trend up until Wednesday, Thursday, and start trending down. It did almost basically the same thing. It trended up until about Friday and then started dumping on Friday. It trended up to about Thursday, Friday, and then started dumping Thursday and Friday, which I did say would be a high potentiality. And I also did say that last week's prediction was very, very critical and very, very hard to make because it wasn't very clear. And I did say in the video it could potentially be a big down week, and that is exactly what we did get. But I did say green. I locked in the prediction because you have to make a choice. I locked in the prediction as green, so I did get that one wrong. So let's go ahead and hop in and give you guys the prediction since we revisited last week's predictions. Let's go ahead and give you guys new predictions, and we're going to do this each and every week. Every week, I'm going to give you guys green or red candle. This is your weekly prediction and update video. It's going to happen on the weekends. I'm going to do this every week. We're going to revisit the old prediction and then start the new prediction. So let's go ahead and do what I'm thinking now. So you guys see we did green last week on AMC, GME, and the SPY. Let's give you guys your weekly prediction. We got AMC and GME right, SPY wrong. So let's go ahead and go into the charts and see what the charts are telling us and then see where we could see price going. So the first thing I want to point out is the potentiality of a bear flag already forming, okay? There's already a potentiality of a bear flag forming here on SPY where it could potentially break down much, much further. Now, you guys already know how I feel about the market. I think that it is going to crash. I try to not give a bias when I do charting. When I do charting, I just simply say what the charts are telling me. Even though I'm positioned on the macro for a crash, I still would say, hey, the market looks like it's going to pump like I did last week. So now that we are looking at this big down day on Friday, guys, it is not looking good for the market. This confirms the downtrend. Okay, we consistently got lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. This is confirming the downtrend on the macro time frame, guys. This is very, very critical here. This is forming a downtrend, and a lot of people are not seeing it. They think we need to just consolidate before a pump to the upside. But guys, we are steadily traveling inside of this macro bear flag. This macro bear flag is not something to be playing with, and right now we're using the yellow sloping resistance as resistance. We're not able to get back above this bear flag. We had this false break to the upside earlier, which got everyone very, very hyped, roped a lot of people into the market for liquidity. Now, guys, what we're about to see, a major, major rug pull. This is why moon boys are so dangerous on YouTube, because they will pump up the market with the market getting hyped and then rope a lot of people into major, major rug pulls. And that's why those people should not be allowed on YouTube. So this is why you guys can see that we are confirming the downtrend. We can see the weekly time frame is flipped red. And guys, you always want to make your decisions based off only what the charts are telling you, never what your heart is telling you, okay? Emotions are no place for trading. Now, as you guys can see we have this red candle, and you have to understand also, guys, when it comes to emotion, greed and fear are emotions, okay? The greed that you feel when it's running up, the excitement that you feel is when you run them up, you have to eliminate all of these things, okay? You have to eliminate all of these things and trade with no emotion. Now, when in doubt, zoom out, macro time frame. Where are we at? You guys can see that we have the red rack. I'm sorry, I can't talk. The red MACD, and then we also have the weekly time frame to the downside with an overall downtrend marked in orange. You can also see that we cannot get above macro sloping resistance marked in yellow. You can also see on the daily time frame the alligator is very, very close together as we consolidate for a break one way or the other. I believe it's going to be a major breakdown, and I do think this is going to start around September the 20th, which just happens to be FOMC meeting, okay? So I do think we're going to see a crash starting around the time of September 20th to October the 4th. September 20th to October the 4th is when I believe the market will begin to see this major pullback that I've been talking about for quite some time before I called the top at 460. So basically, when we started this rally, I told everyone that this rally was exit liquidity, basically that it was roping people into the market and getting people FOMO in, and that's exactly what happened. I told everyone that 460 would be the top. Well, look where we topped out at, 457.82. If we go to the weekly time, that's not the top. I'm sorry, I do apologize. Oh, yes, it is. 457.82, 457.82. You guys can see we topped out right at 457.82. It was at 459, so I'm trying to figure out why it was at 459 just like 2 weeks ago. So I'm trying to figure out what happened to make the top change, guys. It was at 459.44. So I'm trying to figure out what is going on with that. So that did catch me a little bit off guard here in this video. It was at, and you guys will see my old videos, it was at 459.44. I remember the price exactly. Yeah, you guys can see right here. 459 is the top. So yeah, I called 460 as the top, and the top is at 459.44, 459.44, 459.50, around that range. So I did call the top very, very, very accurately. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY. And again, what I'm thinking is going to be happening is a potential bear flag, okay? We have a lot of downward momentum. Let's go ahead and pop in the alligator. You guys can see the alligator. When the bands are spread far apart like this, when you see the alligator spread far apart like this, that means the move has a ton of momentum, okay? When you have a big amount of momentum, that is what that means when the alligator spread very, very far apart. Now you can see that we're actually not outside of the bands yet either. So again, we do have more room to the downside in my personal opinion, and we could be forming a bear flag. What you really want to look for right now is key levels of support on SPY. So basically we're looking at 442.50. If 442.50 breaks to the downside, you're gonna see SPY capitulate, okay? So if we see 442.50, if we see that used as resistance, you're gonna see a major move to the downside for SPY. As a trader, you need to have all eventualities in your mind, and this is for the downside. Now, for the upside, we need to see the level of 444.72. We need to see 444.72 used as support. Okay, so let me show you guys what that would look like. Basically, if we see this, then you could see a move to the upside. Now what I'm thinking is going to happen is we are going to come up to these higher levels. You guys can see marked here in red, come up to these higher levels and make a bear flag. Basically, I think price is going to consolidate in this range, slowly trending up, possibly even coming all the way up to the gap fill to fill the gap, but making a bear flag before an eventual move to the downside. Now what I'm really worried about is the bottom just falling out on this thing. If the bottom falls out, this thing's going to just start tanking, okay? The market is not strong. It's held up by a few key stocks right now. Apple, Nvidia. If these stocks start to pull back, it's going to be all bad for the market. Okay, it's going to be all bad. Tesla, these are the key stocks holding the market up right now, and these stocks are not looking the strongest. You can see that MACD is flipped red on Tesla here on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, you guys can see that we're in a potential bear flag. Now, we do have gap fills to the upside, but we do have multiple gap fills to the downside on Tesla. On Apple, you have gap fills to the upside, but you do have decreasing volume, and you have bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. And on NVIDIA, you have gap fills to the downside, decreasing volume, and bearish divergence on the daily and weekly time frame, as well as the alligator starting to flip bearish as well, and MACD flipped bearish. So NVIDIA is looking extremely bearish in my personal opinion, and I do think the market is due for a major pullback, and I am positioned to make bank off of that pullback. You guys can see that SQQ absolutely pumped to the upside as the market was crashing, and this is just an example of what SQQQ would do in a market crash. It's going to go absolutely insane, and me and the DataZero family are going to be making bank off of these plays because we read the charts and position ourselves accordingly. So I do think the market is going to be having a red week, guys. I think the market is going to be having a red week, basically the same thing as last week. Okay, so what I'm thinking we're going to see is a trend to the upside Monday and Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, but by the end of the week starting having a major pullback. Now, we did have a big down move to the downside, but again, momentum is looking like it is pushing to the downside. We want to watch these critical levels of support, but I am locking in a prediction of a red weekly candle for SPY based off the charts, the facts, and the data. Again, in the beginning of the week, I think we're going to be trending up, as you guys can see marked here in red. Let's go ahead and make it a dotted line so you guys know it's a price line, and we'll make it white because I normally use those for price paths, and then show you guys what we're looking at. So that's the gap fill right there. So basically, I think we're going to see a trend to the upside Monday and Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, and then by Thursday and Friday start trending down far enough that we close the week lower than the level that we started. So I do think we're going to have a red week for SPY, and that's what I'm looking at for SPY, and that is your prediction for SPY. Now let's go ahead and hop into GameStop, and give you guys a weekly update and prediction on GME. So last week we did get it right. GME. We did get the green weekly candle. Let's go ahead and give you guys a prediction for where I think we could be headed for this week. So GameStop looks really good, guys. I know I have a ton of colors on here and everything because GameStop's chart is very cluttered, but guys, I have to have all this stuff on here to know what is going on. I have to have the gap fills labeled. I have to have all the macro sloping resistance lines. So I cannot clean it up as of now. I'll clean it up as soon as possible, but I cannot clean it up as of now. I need all of these lines and the different colors to distinguish what is what. So basically, GameStop is consolidating, okay? Basically, I told you guys this last week in the streams that GameStop would be consolidating probably through Tuesday or for Thursday and Friday, and that's exactly what it did. We got a nice push up, consolidated for Thursday and Friday. GameStop, as long as it holds above the levels of $18, you're going to see a big pump. All you got to do is hold $18, maybe even $17.50 you could travel down to, but that's the lowest you want to see this thing go, it would be about a $17.25. You don't want to see it break back below this sloping resistance marked in turquoise or the sloping resistance marked in yellow. These are both breakouts of these falling wedges that we've been accumulating in for quite some time. The yellow falling wedge has been quite some time since the move up to about $30. It was at $28.93 where it topped out. We've been consolidating in this falling wedge, which we're currently breaking out of now, and then the macro falling wedge, which is marked in turquoise, which has been a almost 3-year accumulation where we're also breaking out of this now as we speak. So GameStop is setting up for a massive move, and I do think we are going to see a green week this week. Okay, GameStop is setting up for a stupid move. Okay, a stupid move. You guys can believe whatever the hell you want. I do not care. Okay, because I'm going to make money. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be making money off the trades. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to read the charts. I'm going to make money off the trades, and I'm just going to keep doing me. I put out my information for people to learn and for people to try to find their way in the market and people to make money like me and do what they need to do so they can provide for their family and help their family. That's why I put this information out there. Whether I can lead a horse to water, whether they drink, I don't care, bro. I don't care. But me personally, I know that there's a gap fill here at 40. There's a gap fill at 70. So I will be playing these gap fills, and I am long GameStop. There's a gap fill here at 40. There's a gap fill at 70. These gaps will get filled. We also have the macro falling wedge, and then, of course, the macro triple bottom number 1, bottom number 2, and then bottom number 3, which is in play. Again, the macro, I have to repeat myself because it takes time. It's literally been in the same falling wedge for 2 years, so I would literally be repeating the same thing for 2 years about the falling wedge, accumulation. But guys, you have to accumulate in these ranges. You have to know how to play the market, because if not, the market's going to play you. You have to accumulate in these ranges here at the bottom and then ride these things up to the top. It was a massive cycle, okay? If you look at the cycle psychology chart, this is macro, okay? This is why the cycle psychology chart is so important, because it gives you the macro mindset, the macro time frame, and that's the important time frame to catch the big moves. And we had a massive euphoria rally before dropping down into an anger depression, lower low. So massive euphoria rally, drop down in your complacency stage, you trend up before dropping down into anger and depression, which is a lower low, and then you get your final capitulation right here, which is a V-shaped style recovery, which is what GameStop is going through right now, a V-shaped style recovery. You can already see the V starting to form, so it's starting to build its base as it's going to get a V-shaped style recovery, and then basically get a little bit of pullback after the V-shaped style recovery, and then start rallying into another euphoria rally. So that's why the falling wedge is so important. That's why the cycles chart is so important. If you actually look at it, it makes a lot of sense. You accumulate in all of this range while you're accumulating, and then the cycle plays out again where you see another pump to the upside, and it's going to be a higher pump to the upside in my personal opinion. So you see your euphoria rally, then you have to go through another cycle, and wait all that time, and then you get another cycle. Guys, stocks move in cycles, stocks move in waves. You just have to know how to identify it. So again, GameStop setting up for a major move in my personal opinion, based off the charts, the facts, and the data. As far as the prediction, I am predicting a green week for GameStop. I do think we are going to see a major push to the upside, and GameStop's about to turn a lot of heads with a nice move up. Now, let's go ahead and get into AMC and give you guys your weekly prediction and update. So far, we have SPY as a red week, AMC or GME as a green week, and let's go ahead and hop in. And guys, I want you to notice how SPY and AMC are starting to move inverse of each other. When SPY goes down, AMC goes up. You have to start noticing these types of things. This is very important. Notice how SPY had a major red week, but AMC had a green week. Guys, we are changing tides, all right? We're changing tides. Now, AMC, multiple gap fills to the upside, bullish. AMC has 3 gap fills to the upside. AMC is also forming the inverse head and shoulders that I talked about, okay? So let's go ahead and pull up the inverse head and shoulders. AMC is also forming the inverse head and shoulders that we've been tracking here on this channel. I just dropped a video yesterday about it, so make sure you check that out. Basically, where I describe the whole inverse head and shoulders that we're seeing play out. If you want more information on that, you go ahead and check that video out. But what we need to do is come up, use $8.45 as support. That way you can see a massive pump to the upside. Also in that video, I just explained how we could see a potential move in this time frame of September 20th to October the 4th, around this exactly the same time as the time we could see the market crash. So I'm thinking we could potentially see the market crash in this date and time frame, and also see AMC rally. Now, am I betting the house on this? No, because that is speculation, okay? I don't have enough price action to say, hey, there's 100% going to be a rally on these dates. I don't. It's just speculation on things that I've seen off of charting, fractals, and different analysis. Now, if I seen some type of crazy setup like this inverse head and shoulders, we get above $8.45 and start using that as support and start pumping, then I might go in heavier, but right now we do not have that confirmation, and as a trader I am waiting for confirmation to the upside before I position myself for that move. So again, I am positioned in AMC as far as a new position. I told you guys I always buy the bottoms. That's what I do. I buy the bottoms and sell the tops. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how you make money in the market. So you have to know how to buy the fear, okay? When people are fearful, that's when you need to be buying in. When people are like, oh no, it's over, the play's dead, Bitcoin's dead, whenever people are saying things like that, that's when you start putting everything in, because people don't know what they're talking about. They're acting off of emotion, and that's why they're saying such crazy things. They wouldn't be saying such extreme things if it wasn't an emotional thing. So you have to learn how to identify all of this. Stocks is much deeper than just charting. It's psychology, it's analytics of data, it's analytics of how algorithms function. It is so much deeper than just charting, okay? And psychology plays a huge part in the market. So if you can learn these things, you can be successful in the market. It's just a broad skill set, but you can put it all together in a neat package and start printing money each and every day. Also, if you want help with that journey, go ahead and hit me up on the Discord. Go ahead and hit me up in the Discord. Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. Price will be going up. It's $50 for a lifetime invite. Go ahead and hit me up. Email is linked in the comment section in the description. DataZero Official 5, DataZero Official 5. Just hit me up. Say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I will send you the payment information. You make payment, I'll send you the link. It's as easy as that. The Discord gives option plays, stock plays for shares, and crypto plays. I give the plays, I give technical analysis as well, and we are filled with like-minded traders and individuals trying to make the bag and find financial freedom. If you want to join an exclusive community like that, you have to go ahead and hit me up on the email linked in the comment section, DataZero Official 5, and say, hey, I want to join the Discord. Now, AMC, I do think, is going to be having a green week. So far our predictions are AMC green, GME green, SPY red, okay? SPY red, AMC green, GME green. So we got 2 out of 3 right last week, and we have been on a roll recently. The week before that, we got 3 out of 3. So we are on a roll. The week before, we got 3 out of 3, and this week we got 2 out of 3. So killing it. As you guys can see, basically we're waiting for the inverse head and shoulders to play out. AMC right now, if we look at the smaller time frame, you guys can see, look at this, how they keep hunting for that 442, 442, 442, but it won't break, and they just keep sending these wicks up to that level. Like, isn't that weird? It's because they're hunting for liquidity. They're hunting for liquidity. They're trying to get stop losses, hunting for liquidity, trying to get sell orders, buy limit orders, things of that nature. So they're running it up to 442, 442, 442, and then stop. All we need to do is break above 845 and use that as support. You see AMC break above 845 and use that as support, it is on and popping. So basically we need to break above and retest 845 before seeing a pump to the upside. Now this could take a day, this could take 1 minute, it could pump up and retest, it could take multiple retests, but we must confirm 845 as support. Once it is confirmed as support, we can see the play out of that inverse head and shoulders, which is going to make AMC pump to the upside. You guys already seen how the cup and handle played out. The cup and handle played out perfectly, where we got a nice pump all the way up to $9.09. Now we are waiting for the inverse head and shoulders to play out. Once the inverse head and shoulders plays out, we have price targets all the way up to $11.85 for this inverse head and shoulders, and that will set us on the track to fill these gaps, and hopefully we can do it before the end of this time period where I have an interest in the rally, because if we can do it before the time period of the interest of the rally, then we could potentially see AMC do something like this. So basically recover, come back down, and rally if we can do it within this time frame. If not, I'm afraid we might have to see AMC come back up, go back down, and then do a rally later in the year or next year. So this one I'm looking at for AMC stock. AMC stock, basically I think the time frames that we are most critically looking at again are AMC, and again this is not dates, but I'm looking at September the 20th all the way to October the 4th, that time frame for a potential rally and an AMC and a potential market crash. Also, GME would probably rally in that time frame as well, because AMC and GME are going to rally together. So if GME is going to do something, it's probably going to be in that time frame as well. Do not bet the house on this. Do not get too excited. This is speculation at this point until I have price action on the charts that say, yes, we are going to see a major rally. I am just taking it as speculation with a grain of salt, in my personal opinion, but this is what I have. I only place trades off of the charts, the facts, and the data, and this is what I'm looking at. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Let's go ahead and run through the numbers real quick and then wrap up the video. Again, AMC green, GME green, SPY red. Now, AMC short interest reported by Ortex is at 15.70%. Utilization is at 59.58%. Cost of balls at 5.75%. Shares on loan is at 26 million. Days to cover 2.18. That's Ortex numbers. Reported by Fintel is 14.71% on short interest. Cost to borrow reported by Charts Exchange is at 3.86%. FTDs are having a uptick. FTDs are having an uptick reported by Charts Exchange. And if we go ahead and look at the current FTD data, we just got some new FTD data, guys. We just got some new FTD data. So it looks like we have T plus 35 fails to deliver all the way to the month of October, guys. Let me just make sure. Yes, closeout date, October 10/3. So yes, we have T plus 35 closeout dates on FTDs all the way through October as well. FTDs are not going away. They could have just taken it off the list to get it out of people's heads. But guys, the FTDs are not gone and the FTDs are not covered. We have a massive spike of the FTDs, guys. Look at this. Brand new FTD data, guys. Brand new FTD data, guys. 50 million FTDs here printed before August. Remember I told you that 60 million reported by Ortex? Remember I said about that around August? Because the FTD data is lagging 35 days behind. So remember I said about 35 days ago, I said Ortex reported 60 million FTDs. Look at that up spike in FTDs. 50 million, y'all. The FTDs didn't go anywhere. That's the largest spike of FTDs I think we've had. Yeah, other than this, but when we had, yeah, because that's only 25 million right here, guys. That is the largest FTD spike we've ever seen. That is the largest FTD spike we've ever seen. This is 25 million, but when we ran up to 20 and then ran up to 72, this is 50 million, guys. And we're coming up to this point of interest. I'm telling you, something's coming in my personal opinion. Something is coming in my personal opinion. And we had to have a major shakeout before we could see a short squeeze. Just like Volkswagen. It's just like Volkswagen, guys. I know people don't like comparing it, but it is just like Volkswagen. Why wouldn't you compare a short squeeze to a short squeeze? Just like Volkswagen, guys. Just like Volkswagen. You had to have a major shakeout before a squeeze. I'm telling you guys. Not financial advice, man. Not financial advice. Something is coming. And look at the bottoming pattern that we're making. You have a sharp drop down, and then you dip down like that. Look at how similar AMC's price action is. It's crazy. You drop down. Look. You drop down, then you kind of go up, and then you dip. You drop down, you kind of go up, and then you dip. You find a bottom, and then you rock it. We're finding the bottom right now, guys. Daily MACD's flipping green. Multiple gap fills to the upside. This thing is going back to $40 at least. So, guys, looking extremely good for AMC. And we are days away from the point of interest, September 20th to October the 4th. Guys, I'm holding, and I'm glad I bought more. This is not financial advice. This is the video. This is your weekly update and prediction. Hopefully, you're having a great weekend. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. That will help more people see the video. And if you help comment, that will help more people see the video as well. I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the end of this video to see this message. And as always, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out.
Alright, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, y'all, every day, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.